Hello friends, in last video we have seen a mechanism of nitration, mechanism of sulfonation. In previous video we have seen mechanism of halogenation of the aromatic ring as well as Friedel-Crafts alkylation of the aromatic rings. In this video we will learn about Friedel-Crafts acylation of the aromatic rings. So in acylation means acylium ion is acts as a electrophile. That acylium ion means RC double bond O. So this acylium is attached to the benzene ring and we will get a ketone as a product, aromatic ketone as a product. So this process of formation of aromatic ketones is called as Friedel-Crafts acylation reaction. This group is called as acyl group, RC double bond O. This group is called as acyl group. This carbon has a 4 valency. This carbonyl group is attached to the benzene ring. That's why we will get this aromatic ketone as a product. For example, this is a benzene ring. So it has a formula C6H6. One or more number of hydrogen atoms of the ring are replaced by a acyl group. So for that purpose we have to use acyl chloride as a reagent, and for catalyst we have to use a Lewis acid such as AlCl3. So we will get a product that is R, and this carbonyl carbon forms a bond with a ring. This R is as it is, and byproduct is HCl, and catalyst will get back. So this type of reaction is called as acylation reaction, that is called as Friedel-Crafts acylation. So this is a benzene, this is acyl chloride, and this is our ketone as a product, ketone. So this group is called as acyl and this is chloride. So this is acyl group. Now friends, we will learn about mechanism. So this mechanism also follows 2 rules like Friedel-Crafts alkylation. If R group is bulkier, is having a different route, and if R group is smaller, it has having a different route. That depends upon our acylium ion. So this species is called as acylium ion. So this acylium ion is our electrophile. So depending upon this stability of acyl ion, because R group is bulkier, then acylium ion will be very stable. So it follows another route. So this is our electrophile, R single bond C triple bond O, O positive charge. This is called as acylium ion. Now we will learn a mechanism with route first. Route first, that is if R is bulkier. If R is bulkier. So in these terms, if R is bulkier, then what will happen? We will learn the mechanism. So this mechanism also carries or completed into 3 steps. So there are 3 steps. So step first, as we know that is the polarization. Polarization of acylium ion, or you can say generation of acylium ion, formation of acylium ion. So first we have to use acyl chloride as a reagent, then Lewis acid like AlCl3 as a catalyst. So what will happen? This lone pair of this halogen is donated to the Al. So there is a polarization. So what we will get is RC double bond O. This is partially bond breaked Cl, and this partially bond formed with Al. Now this carbon will have partial positive charge while Al will have partial negative charge. So this complex we will get within the reaction. Then there will be the complete breakage of this complex and formation of RC double bond O. This is called as acylium ion completely, plus we will get a conjugate base, that is AlCl4 minus. So this is the first step, that is generation of acylium ion. You can say generation of electrophile, because this is our electrophile. This is acylium ion. In that case, we have to use acyl chloride as well as a catalyst, that is AlCl3. There is a complete breakage and complete acylium ion we will get. This is the carbocation, which is stabilized by the plus I effect of the R group as well as hyperconjugation effect of this bulkier R group. Step second, as we know that, what is the step second? It's a formation of sigma complex. Sigma complex formation. So as we have electrophile, that is acylium ion, then we have this benzene. Benzene is rich in electron. It has a 6 pi electrons, and this is our acylium ion, that is R C double bond O, and this is the positive charge. Now this is electron deficient carbon. Benzene ring is electron rich, so this one of the pi bond will attack on the carbonyl carbon, not on R. Carbonyl carbon. So there will be the formation of sigma complex. Sigma complex means one of the pi bond will break, one carbon will have positive charge, second carbon forms a sigma bond with carbonyl carbon. This is double bonded oxygen. This R is as it is, and this is a hydrogen which was present on the benzene ring. So this is called as sigma complex. This is called as sigma complex. Now step third, as we know that step third is a aromatization. Aromatization. So in this case, this hydrogen is abstracted by the conjugate base, that was AlCl4 minus, and this sigma complex is converted to the aromatic ring ketone. So third step, that is aromatization. So this is the sigma complex, this is H, this is C double bond OR, these are the 2 pi bonds, and this is a carbocation. We have a conjugate base, that is AlCl4 minus. This AlCl4 minus attacks on this proton. This sigma bond will break. The sigma bonding electron goes into the ring and forms a pi bond. So positive charge will be neutralized, and we will get a product, that is aromatic ketone. So here will be carbonyl carbon, oxygen, and R. This is a product, it's called as ketone, aromatic ketone. What are the byproducts? Byproducts are HCl plus AlCl3, our catalyst pack. So in a Friedel-Crafts reaction, if R is bulkier, so there will be a complete dissociation of carbonyl carbon and Cl bond, and we will get this acylium ion. Then second step is a sigma complex formation. Benzene ring will attack on the carbonyl carbon, because carbonyl carbon is electron deficient, and then we will get the sigma complex. This sigma complex, third step is, that is the aromatization. So AlCl4, that was a conjugate base formed within the first step, that abstract this proton. This sigma bond will break, those sigma bonding electrons coming inside, and we will get this aromatic ketone. So this is a route first when R is bulkier. Now we will learn the mechanism when that is route second. Route second is for what? If R is smaller. If R is smaller. Now we will learn this route second if R group is smaller. If R group is smaller, then solvent requirement is less polar, so non-polar solvent you can use, and this formation of polarized complex. by using the acyl chloride as well as Lewis acid. So we will get this polarized complex as a electrophile. So first step is a step first, that is polarization of the acyl chloride. So polarization of the acyl chloride, or you can say formation of acylium ion. So we will write the mechanism RC double bond OCl, and our catalyst, that is AlCl3. So in this case, what will happen? This lone pair of Cl won't attack on this AlCl3. The lone pair of this oxygen will attack on this AlCl3, and we will get the complex, that is RC double bond O. This Cl is as it is. Here is the sigma bond formation between oxygen and AlCl3. Lone pair loss, positive charge; lone pair gain, negative charge. So this complex we will get, this is called as polarization. This is called as polarization of the acylium ion when R group is smaller. Then second step is formation of sigma complex. Sigma complex formation. Sigma complex formation. So in this case, we have benzene, that is aromatic ring rich in pi electron, and we have polarized complex, oxygen positive charge, single bond, AlCl3 negative charge. So this, see here now what will happen? This pi bond will attack on the carbonyl carbon, and this bond will get break, and those pi electron goes to the oxygen. So oxygen positive charge will be neutralized. So what we will get is here sigma complex. So in a sigma complex, 2 pi bonds as it is. This is the hydrogen present on the carbon, and one carbon forms a sigma bond with carbonyl carbon. See here, carbonyl carbon. So this is a single bond now. Single bond, oxygen, because this pi bond will break, goes on to the oxygen. Now this is Al minus Cl3. Here will be Cl and R, right? And this is the second carbon of the ring, electropositive. So this is called as sigma complex. So in a sigma complex, again there will be the rearrangement. So this lone pair will attack over here. So this sigma bond will break. Here comes. So we will get, see here, sigma complex, 2 pi bond as it is. This hydrogen is also as it is. This carbocation is also as it is. And see here, so carbon, carbonyl carbon, this comes over here. So this will be the double bond. This bond will break and forms a bond with AlCl3, and this R is as it is. So this is the compound, and second product is AlCl4 minus. AlCl4 minus. This minus charge remains as it is because 2 electrons are going while 2 electrons are coming. So net negative charge on this Al will be same. So this is called as sigma complex. So this sigma complex we will get. Now third step. What is the third step? Aromatization. So in aromatization, as we know that a sigma complex, we have to write like this: H, this is carbonyl carbon, double bond oxygen, R, and here is the positive charge on the ring. We have conjugate base, that is AlCl4 minus. This AlCl4 minus will attack on this hydrogen. So this sigma bond will break, those sigma bonding electron goes inside the ring and forms a pi bond. This positive charge will be neutralized. So we will get a aromatic ketone as a product, carbonyl carbon, double bond and R group. So this is the root second, that is for if R group is smaller. This again into the 3 steps. First step is a polarization. So here is the polarization. So oxygen will be electropositive, Al electronegative. This polarization goes into the carbonyl oxygen rather than the carbonyl chloride. Then regular, that is sigma complex formation. Our benzene ring will attack on the carbonyl carbon. So here will be the formation of sigma complex. Then abstraction of this hydrogen, that is called as aromatization. So non-aromatic sigma complex is converted to the ketone as a product. So we will get a ketone as a product. So Friedel-Crafts acylation gives ketone as a product. So in both the mechanism, that is route 1 and route 2 reaction, we can say that the rate of the reaction is equal to or directly proportional to the concentration of aromatic ring, concentration of acyl chloride and concentration of AlCl3. So in rate determining step, there is a involvement of all 3 aromatic ring, acyl chloride as well as AlCl3 catalyst. Friends, apart from this acyl chloride, we can use another species as a electrophile generation, that is acylium ion formation. So we can get this acylium ion from the acetic anhydride as well as acetic acid. So these are the another acylating reagents. One is acetic anhydride and second one is acetic acid. Now we will see the mechanism, how that acylium ion will be generated from this mechanism. So first, that is from acetic anhydride. From acetic anhydrides, for example CH3, C double bond O, O, C double bond O, CH3. This is called as acetic anhydride. The name of this species is acetic anhydride. This is formed by the dehydration reaction of 2 moles of acetic acid. That's why this is called as acetic anhydride. If you are using Lewis acid as a catalyst like AlCl3, so this oxygen will react with this Al and we will get a complex, that is polarized complex, CH3, C double bond O, O lone pair loss, that's why positive charge, AlCl3 will have a negative charge, COCH3. Now there is complete breakage of one of the sigma bond and we will get acylium ion, that is CH3, C double bond O, positive charge. So this is our acylium ion as a electrophile. From the acetic acid also we will get this acylium ion. For that purpose we have to use mineral acid as a catalyst like H2SO4, HF for the protonation purpose. So for example R, C double bond O, OH. This is acetic acid or any carboxylic acid. Carboxylic acid. Now if you are using a catalyst like H2SO4, concentrated H2SO4 or HF, so there will be the protonation of this oxygen. So we will get this R, C double bond O, this is H of carboxylic acid and this is the proton from acid and positive charge on the oxygen. So this sigma bond between carbon and oxygen will break, those electron goes to the oxygen. So we will get this acyl ion R C double bond O, electron loss, positive charge, and byproduct is H2O. So this is again acyl ion. So in this way we can get this electrophile, that is acetic anhydride, electrophile, that is acyl ion from the acetic anhydride as well as carboxylic acid. Now we will learn the important features of the acyl ion. Important features of acylation reaction. This type of reactions are called as acylation reaction, particularly Friedel-Crafts acylation reaction. So what are the important features for this reaction? The important feature of this reaction, the first is there is no polyacylation. In last video we have seen that the drawback of the FC alkylation reaction, that is polyalkylation, because whatever the product is going to form, that is alkylated benzenes, are more reactive than the normal benzenes. That's why polyalkylation is one of the problem in case of Friedel-Crafts alkylation. While in case of acylation, whatever the product is going to form ketone, the ketone carbonyl group is attached to the benzene ring, so that is a deactivator group. Acyl group is a deactivator group that deactivates the benzene ring. So whatever product is going to form, that is ketone, that is deactivated. So there is no problem of polyacylation, because after one acylation our product becomes deactivated, because whatever the group is attached, acyl group, that is deactivator. So benzene ring will be deactivated and further acylation on the benzene ring will not possible. So this is the one important feature. Second feature is there is no rearrangement. So rearrangement is again one of the drawback in FC alkylation, while in case of acylation that is not possible, because there is only one carbon is there and positive charge generated over here, that is not getting rearranged from one place to another place. While in case of carbocation formation, that carbocation has a tendency to becomes primary to secondary, secondary to tertiary, and becomes more stable because of arrangement. Some atoms or group of atoms migrated from one place to another place, but in such acylation reactions this rearrangement is not possible, because whatever the acyl ion is not getting converted from one to another. Third possibility is that when minus I or minus R effect groups are attached to the benzene ring, then acylation reaction will be difficult. Acylation reaction, you can say, it is not possible when there are the groups which are attached on the benzene ring having minus I effect as well as minus R effect, because those are deactivating the benzene ring. Now what are the applications of this acylation? So one of the best application is this can be used for the substitution of alkylation reaction. So first we have limitations with alkylation. So if we want to do the alkylation, then go for first acylation and then reduction. So if you follow this route, that is acylation plus reduction, then these limitations of the alkylation, that is polyalkylation and rearrangement, that drawbacks of the alkylations we can overcome with that one. Okay, acylation. What are the reducing reagents? The reducing reagents are like Z, N HgHCl. So this reagent is called as Clemmensen reduction. Clemmensen reduction. And another reagent is that is NH2. This is called as hydrazine in presence of basic medium, that is NaOH. This also you can use. This is called as Wolff-Kishner reduction. Wolff-Kishner reduction. So these are the two reagents we can use for the reduction. So in this case, what will happen? Carbonyl carbon, that is directly reduced to the CH2. Directly CH2. Carbonyl carbon is directly converted to the CH2. These are the reducing reagent. First one is Clemmensen reduction and second one is Wolff-Kishner reduction. So by using these steps, first is acylation and second one is reduction, you can overcome with the drawbacks of alkylation. Those are polyalkylation and rearrangement. So if you go by this route, you can overcome with polyalkylation as well as rearrangement. For example, we will learn one of the example. See here, suppose this is our benzene ring, and if we are reacting it with CH3, CH2, 4 molecules of CH2 groups and Cl, and if you are going, so what will happen? This pi bond will react with the carbonyl carbon, Cl minus will leave in presence of AlCl3. Just now we saw the mechanisms. So what will happen? Benzene ring always attack on the carbonyl carbon because that is electron deficient, and Cl minus will leave. We have mechanisms above. So what will happen? We will get the product. This benzene ring, after sigma complex formation and aromatization, we will get the product. Benzene forms a bond with carbonyl carbon, while remaining R group is as it is, CH2 4 times CH3. Now we have a ketone by FC acylation. Now we use a reagent like ZnHgHCl. What is this reagent? This is the reagent Clemmensen reduction. So in Clemmensen reduction, this CO is converted to the CH2. So how many CH2 will be total? 4 plus 5. So there will be 5 CH2s. So CH2, these are the 4 CH2 and CH3. So in this way we will get the product. In this way we will get the product. So first one is acylation and then reduction. So this is alkyl group. So this is the substitution reactions for the alkylation.